The panel study of income dynamics, or PSID, started in 1968 and surveys a nationally representative sample of individuals living in families in the United States. It collects data on a number of topics, including family composition, income, employment, wealth, housing, education, health, and philanthropy. The study started as an in-person data collection on paper. The administration of PSID then transitioned to a computer-assisted telephone interviewing, as well as computer-assisted personal interviewing when visiting the respondents face-to-face. Now the PSID offers some of its respondents the option of completing their survey themselves online. The PSID is one of the most widely used survey research datasets in the world. PSID data are widely used in academic research, and findings are reported on in popular publications. The use of the PSID data is carefully tracked by the research team, and you can read about examples on the PSID research website at psidonline.isr.umich.edu. The main audience for the PSID research website is for users of the PSID data. On this site, you'll find a section called Pubs and Meetings. Within that is a bibliography of academic publications and a PSID in the Media section listing uses of the PSID in popular news media. The PSID study data also enjoy a high level of government use across the entire political spectrum. Information we collect is widely used by the federal government to make high-level policy decisions in the areas of health, economics, and housing, for example. Because the data we use are public, they can be used in many ways to inform decision makers. Researchers using PSID data are sometimes called to testify before Congress on their findings. The staff of governmental agencies and elected representatives use research produced with the PSID data to inform policy. The PSID receives its funding from the government. The study's major funding source is the National Science Foundation, or NSF. Substantial funding has also been provided by the National Institute on Aging, or NIA, and the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development, or NICHD. Additional funding comes from the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Planning and Evaluation of the United States Department of Health and Human Services, the Economic Research Service of the United States Department of Agriculture, the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, the United States Department of Labor, the Center for Philanthropy at the Indiana University, Purdue University. Funding for the PSID is awarded in 5-year cycles. The current funding cycle supports the 2021 and 2023 waves of this study. Because of the value of the PSID data, the study has gained national and international recognition, including the National Science Foundation considering the PSID among its greatest accomplishments. On the 50th anniversary of NSF, it celebrated by selecting the top 50 projects it had ever funded, honoring them as the most scientifically important inventions and discoveries. In 2010, on its 60th anniversary, NSF selected the top 60, the Sensational 60. The PSID was on both lists. Being on these lists is an honor. Other projects honored included the discovery of planets outside of our solar system, Doppler radar, the Internet, the Hubble Space Telescope, DNA fingerprinting, barcodes, American Sign Language, and black holes, just to name a few. On its 70th anniversary, NSF described the PSID as a cornerstone of data infrastructure for social science research in the United States. In 2018, PSID celebrated its 50th anniversary. It is the longest-running longitudinal household study in the world. Recognizing the importance of the data, numerous countries have created their own PSID-like studies that now facilitate cross-national comparative research. Additionally, the PSID has several supplemental studies, including the Child Development Supplement, or CDS, the Transition into Adulthood Supplement, or TAS, and disability in use of time supplement or DUST. These three particular surveys collect extensive data at key time points in the lives of members of our PSID families. Analyzed with data from the main PSID survey, or core, researchers seek to understand how families, schools, and neighborhoods affect children's development, what changes young adults are experiencing in terms of health, finances, schooling, and relationships, and how disability, time use, and well-being are connected for older adults.